Thank you very much. Peace be upon you all. In the journey of life, every individual's experiences, be it positive or negative, shape the views and form the personality. In general, every person is a prisoner of his own culture, and to break through, it takes will, effort, energy, and struggle to pollinate and get pollinized, but that will forge a strong alliance toward achieving a mature, universal human culture. Well, I have to start somewhere, so there is nothing better than the motto of Paw Patrol. No job is too big, no pup is too small. Like any person who goes through life, you go through different phases. Wandering, facing realities, realizing your process, and evaluating your outcome. To me, looking through humanity throughout times, people's obsession with investment in money, fame, and glory has been limitless. If we look at the pyramids, we look at them with awe. We look at the structure, it's one of the wonders of the world. We look at the structure, the geometry, the way they were built, the accomplishments of the pharaohs. But we turn a blind eye to the slaves, to destitution, poverty, oppression, aggression, to those who perished under the boulders building these pyramids and who should really be given the credit. Or recent histories about moguls boasting about their real estate buildings, how tall they are. But we hear stories about employees being shipped back, foreign workers being shipped back to their countries if they get sick, or in body bags if they die on the job. It is the veil of limitless unawareness. What has plagued humanity throughout history and times is a culture of arrogance and or ignorance. Well, I have to do something. I have to start somewhere. How can I improve myself and work with others to attain that mature, universal human? But there is nothing better than reviewing yourself, taking time off your busy schedule, taking time to sit and ponder about life, your purpose of existence, your reason to be here in this time. It's not only to fulfill your material needs, but to raise your awareness, and then work and emphasize on the qualities of others to achieve that universal harmony. Well, imagine yourself in an orchard of fruit trees. And fruit trees are so generous. There should be no famine in the world if one tree gives you hundreds of fruits. So imagine yourself in an orchard of fruit trees, where every fruit represents a quality of welcome, gratitude, fellowship, comfort, tranquility, where we could contribute by planting one with your own hands, water it with knowledge, care for it till maturity, and reap the fruits and seeds of purity. Or taking a promenade in a garden of flowers, where all the different colors and aroma tickle your sense of transcendence toward a level of selflessness and melting and molding of the soul. But what's better than witnessing a universal festival? These are not stars in a galaxy rotating on a trajectory. These are people from all walks of life. Sea waves of humans, men and women, shoulder to shoulder, in humble dress, moving in one direction toward universal harmony. Do not hurt a plant, an animal, or a fellow human. So I realized that my stock is the human being, which I hold to maturity, and my return on investment is an immersion in limitless understanding of ideas and cultures, or cross-fertilization. But there are realities in life. Some of them may be harsh, painful. Others are bright. And every person goes through the realities. I remember when I was a resident, training, long time ago. A patient was a case, was a number. We used to be happy because we used to operate, write down the case. fill up your cards, meet your quotas, ramp up your numbers. But that created a limitless numbness to what's behind the scene or the other side of the fence of suffering, fear, doubt, insecurity. And I even experienced that myself. When my wife was pregnant with our third child, we were told, and we realized later that that was wrong because of ultrasound miscalculations, that she has to undergo amniocentesis, or study of the genetics of the fluid. It took 40 days at that time of fear and insecurity, and we don't know what's going to happen. Some people are pushing to abort. Abort what? The only thing we're going to abort is that idea of aborting. 40 days till we got the glad tidings of a beautiful baby girl. And what makes things worse is the specialized jargon every specialty, job, trade, etc. use to give big names to small things, diseases, symptoms, etc. And this is widespread. It seems the recurrent familiarity with a scene creates or entails a limitless numbness to a situation. And it reminds me of the cartoon where the character sweeps the dirt under the rug, out of mind, out of sight, and it becomes a familiar scene. What you don't see does not exist. But there's a bright side to the story. Do not belittle any action. One small, unseen, unadvertised action has limitless power. The person who comes forward to donate an organ to a person he never met or never seen. The mother of a child with special needs, caring, cherishing, feeding. The son or a daughter who take time off work from another state and come to care for an elder. The smiles on the faces of a family receiving positive outcome, or the sorrow in the hearts of friends gaining failing news. And I even learned from children before being stained by societal prejudice. When my daughter was in 6th grade, she decided to wear the hijab, or the headdress for women in Islam. My wife was worried about repercussions. So as usual, she took her to school the first day. And once my daughter hit the grounds of the school, her friends called for her, "Allah, let's go and play." They didn't even notice her appearance. They looked into her heart. So I realized that I have one mouth and 2 ears so I could listen more than I speak. That I'm better than nobody else, but we strive for perfection and excellence. And I remembered what La Fontaine, who's a French fabulist of the 17th century, and I recommend people to read his fables, that he said the human being is born with 2 pouches. One, he carries in the front his qualities, and one, he carries on his back his shortcomings. So he sees his qualities and the shortcomings of others. So I decided to follow the rule of 3. Work on my shortcomings and how many there are. Focus on my duties, not just run after my rights. And appreciate the qualities of others so we could build value over time through engagement and perseverance. The arrow keeps on going up. We could have setbacks. That's normal. But the arrow keeps on going up, raising the bar high, not toward a job, a degree, or authority, but toward a limitless sensitivity to feelings, hopes, fears, and needs. If you get into an elevator and go up to the rooftop or the top floor, send it down or go down and bring people up with you. But words without actions are like a hollow structure, where sounds and echoes are emanated with no meanings. Some people are like a mirror. The only thing they see is themselves, and light is reflected. Others are like a rock. Light is absorbed, but the energy is kept and preserved. One would like to be like a prism, where light is refracted and transmits a spectrum of colors encompassing a limitless rainbow effect of mature human qualities. But nothing is without evaluation. All of us get job evaluation, job performance evaluation at the end of the year. But this is an accountability and job performance evaluation in the field of life. Is today better than yesterday? Would tomorrow be better than today? What did I achieve? What did I accomplish? How can I do more for that melting and molding of the soul? So what I would propose is the universal human wheel, where you are at the helm of the wheel, where the bases are set in engagement, empathy, evaluation, and enactment. Or you could install vectors pulled toward the center with a centripetal force, where maturity resides, to unleash limitless potential. And as Buzz Lightyear said in Toy Story, to infinity and beyond. Thank you very much.